So we had all this beautiful snow, and then suddenly it just started melting, and we had about 4 straight days of rain, and it was absolutely horrible.
For a moment, winter felt settled. Then, the snow gave way to rain. That's Montana, always reminding you who's in charge.
The big melt. It just is a terrible thing that has happened this year. We have all this beautiful snow. It's my one complaint about Montana. We're 3,000 feet above sea level. We get rain on top of snow, and it drives me insane.
No, that over time, like, you just get more comfortable.
She'll get better.
It's less, like, more natural when you do it.
This is Sakura's poop corner. As you can see, she likes to poop in this corner. I believe these are both from her. She has 2 children, number 3 on the way. And they are what I call hay poopers. Yep, that means they poop in the hay.
You know, I do a lot of the decorating around here for all the holidays, be it Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, so I have a lot to decorate. We were running low on lights, so I made an executive decision of just wrapping the truck in the white lights I had left.
I was walking out front and I noticed the truck that we usually decorate for Christmas. He basically just took light strands and put it across the truck in many different directions. Really funny, so I thought, you know, maybe I'd bring it up with him, but hopefully it goes over okay. We'll see. Brandon.
Hey, Matt.
I saw the truck that you decorated out front, and we have like 300 people coming for the Toys for Tots event, and I was wondering if maybe we could class it up a little bit, maybe?
It was a little Charlie Brownish. It was lackluster. I was in a rush, and the snow's been melting a lot, and I just slapped it together.
I felt like that wasn't really up to our Outpost standards of, you know, keeping it a little bit classy out here. Having that rustic charm, maybe it was a little too rustic. It was very fun. The light strands were interesting, but maybe what we should do is get maybe some like spotlights on it.
I was thinking maybe we go get like a Christmas tree like we've done in the past years.
Yeah, tree's a really good idea.
I'll go get Camber.
Okay.
She loves chopping wood.
All right.
I didn't think it was that bad. I was like, there's a lot to do around here, and he knew it needed to be done, so I think he just slapped it together. Y'all are a little hard on my honey. Cuts his own leg off. Yeah. My favorite part about the Christmas stroll is, I think when you put them in a place like downtown Whitefish, it really kind of shows you how big they are. You're not used to seeing horses in town, so when you see them in like downtown on a city street, you're like, whoa, that thing's huge.
My main job for the Christmas stroll is making sure we have all the proper supplies.
Just being part of the community and watching everybody with the horses.
like seeing all the businesses and all the free merchandise that they hand out.
The perfect genetics.
Right?
Casey even told me my feathers on the horses looked as if they were starched. That's how clean they were. This is Vendetta. She is 4 years old. She will be 5 in February. When she came to us as a 3-year-old, she did not have any training for riding or driving. So she is started under saddle and broke to ride. And we've been working on doing some ground driving to get her ready for doing some sleigh rides. Because she needs to be a bus driver. You need to drive that bus. So I'm just gonna grab a normal driving bridle. This is the same thing that we would use when we are driving the carriage, the sleigh, the wagon. So even when I'm just ground driving her, I want to use this same headstall. And then I'm also gonna grab these lines. These are just single driving lines for driving 1 horse. These ones are for driving 2 horses. This is a stir single. It has these different circles on them that you can run your lines through different spots. When we are getting ready to learn how to start pulling the carriage, I like to just kind of run my lines right through here where the actual like arms of the sleigh or the carriage would be, or where the tugs on the harness would go. So it kind of just like mimics that feeling. This is gonna go like this. And it just kind of sits right here on her back, right behind her withers. We're just gonna grab this. This kind of feels similar to like a cinch on the saddle, and also when she's wearing like a full set of harness. She also has this piece that runs right through here. I don't want this to be super duper tight, but I do want it to be tight enough that it's not like sliding back on her as we're walking around out there. But easy peasy. Okay, the next thing, I'm just gonna take this and slip it on her neck here so she can't go anywhere. And then we're gonna put this on her. Very good girl. And I always like to make sure that I can fit like 2 fingers in between there. I don't want this to be too tight on my horse's face. I feel like if it's too tight, then this becomes a little bit stronger as well. So we just want to make sure that's nice and loose on there. I mean, you just watched all that's happening here. She seems to be like a very willing participant. Also, these Clydesdale horses have been bred for hundreds of years to kind of do this job. So I think that it does feel very kind of like purposeful to them. You know, instinctually they're like, okay, this makes sense, I should be doing this. I do think that breaking them to drive is a little easier than breaking them to ride. It comes a little bit more naturally to them. People have a lot of opinions about horses and what is right and wrong for them, and I think there's 3 things outside of any of this that matter the most is that horses have friends, horses have food, and horses have shelter. So those things that she already has in her life, she has access to friends 24/7, she has access to food 24/7. She can come in and out of her barn whenever she'd like. When I'm asking her to do something like this, it doesn't feel too stressful to her. And I think that she enjoys doing stuff. Feel purposeful and have a job. I'm just gonna grab this before we go. This is simply just an extension of my arm here. If my horse needs a little bit of encouragement to walk forward. I am never going to hit them, beat them, slap them, anything with this. It's literally just a little boop. But yeah, again, just an extension of my arm, especially because I need to create a safe distance between me and her at all times when I'm driving behind her, because y'all know my predicaments. But yeah. Practice stopping in all the areas we would normally stop for a sleigh ride. So this is like kind of where we pick people up and drop them off. So kind of standing and waiting here is good. All right. I think she did a really good job. I think she's ready to wear a harness and get hooked up, honestly. I just like to take extra precautions. I don't like to ask them for more than they're ready to do. And I think she's getting a little bored with this. She's like, okay, on to the next thing.
I was so excited to partner with Toys for Tots this year, and I hope we can keep that going. It was a fantastic event. The sun was out, it was shining, Santa and Mrs. Claus were down from the North Pole, and it was just a wonderful event with all of our friends and the community coming together.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
With the weather and life, pushing forward doesn't mean fighting it. It means moving with it. And in the middle of it all, remembering the spirit of Christmas is about showing up for each other.